Okay, look, we'd like to welcome along to our West Cycle offices today, Cate Wray. Now, Kate, you've been described to me as one of the actual new power brokers of women's cycling in WA, and
Wow.
we'll come back to that a little bit later. Yeah, look, I think your journey and getting an understanding of how you got into the sport would be a great story to share.
Absolutely.
And the reason we're having a chat to Kate is we have the Element Series Fondo on this weekend, and yourself and a few of your friends are coming along to compete in that or to ride that event. So would you mind sharing a little bit about your journey into the sport and how you got into cycling?
Absolutely. Purely by accident, I had some surgery done on my spine, and my physio said to me, Kate, you need to do something to lose some weight, get fit and all those sorts of things. And I said, okay, I'll buy a bike, and I just want to buy a bike that I'll go to the shops on a Sunday, pick up the groceries and come home. And he said, don't buy one of those bikes. He said, buy a road bike, because in 6 months' time, you'll be riding in a team.
Fantastic.
And I laughed and I just said, oh, you've got to be kidding, I'm not wearing Lycra. And he said, you will be.
Yep.
So 3 weeks after buying a little town bike, I went off and had a dinner party with one of our doctors, and he said to me, I've got a carbon bike in my shed, never ride it, would you like to try it?
Nice. Yeah.
So I did. I went off and I had a try on that bike, and I paid him with a bottle of scotch.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So beautiful Melbourne Star Opie I started on.
Yep.
And then one day at training with the lovely Shannon Moralia, she said to me, you know, that bike's a little bit heavy and I've got a bit of bike envy, so I went off that afternoon and bought the beautiful Bruce.
Yes, when you first invited to come along, you said, could I bring Bruce along? I was like, sure, you can bring Bruce anytime. Bruce is your bicycle.
Bruce is the bicycle, absolutely.
Yeah.
So dream bike and what have you, and I feel very lucky to have him.
Yeah.
And so I guess from there, I started off with Shannon, and we just, it's a very social sport.
Yeah.
And we gravitate to each other, and there's lots of women out there who are probably quite afraid to get onto a bike because of the Lycra issue.
Absolutely.
I just say, just get over it. We're all the same. We all look, spongy in Lycra. And so from there, what did we do? I went on a 100k ride. I think I'd only been riding about 6 weeks.
Oh, that's great.
Wet, windy, it was just awful, but I tell you what, it was the best ride of my life. And then at coffee, we decided that we would sort of do a challenge, and off we went to a challenge down south, and there were 7 of us that year.
Yep.
And then the following year, we thought, let's do this again. It was great fun, and we had 12. And we're doing it again this year, and we have 24 women who are participating in a team.
Fantastic.
And so we're all older, I think we go from maybe 25, and I think our oldest rider in our cranking group is probably about 63.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. It's about, being involved and being in the competition rather than first, second or third. That doesn't come into a factor all the time. It's about self-fulfillment and getting out there and enjoying what you do.
Absolutely. And the thing is, we're not racing for sheep stations. We're out there because we're really passionate about our cycling. We're wanting to keep fit, and it's the social aspect as well.
Have you got some, some like tips or just a bit of encouragement for anyone who is thinking about, taking that first step to buying Bruce?
Buying Bruce.
Another Bruce.
I think. Especially women my age, you've got no children, well, hopefully they're all off your hands, but you have a bit of disposable income, so if you don't drink, you don't smoke, treat yourself to a really nice bike.
Absolutely.
But I just think you need to give it a go, because a lot of women go, you're on a bike, and I'm not twiggy by any means, I'm a bit of a solid woman, and they go, you ride a bike, and I go, well, yeah, I do, and I do pretty damn well.
Yeah, you do, and as I said, I've seen you out there, and you give it 100%, and that's all you can ask for.
Absolutely.
And you can really see the enjoyment when you're actually out there having a go.
But I think, give it a go. And once you're in, you're in.
Yep.
You will love that social aspect of riding. It is amazing. And like my husband says to me, are you going out riding with the other women in my life? And I go, yes, I am.
So he's got a few women he's
he does.
Well, you've got a couple to mean too.
Yeah, exactly.
And have you ridden the Gidganapp course at all? Are you familiar with the course that we're riding for the Fondo and the QOM areas and a few of the Strava segments?
I haven't ridden the Gidganapp, but a couple of the girls have been out there.
Great.
I think we've got a couple who are actually doing the race.
Yes.
And they are amazing, these girls. Their dedication to training is just unbelievable.
Great.
I think one of the girls was up at 4:30 this morning, you know, doing her training.
Yep.
So that was really great. And I think the rest of us, I think there may be about 14 of us who are doing the fondo.
Great.
Just the short fondo.
Sure,
to see how we go and things like that. There's a couple who've bought the series and what have you, but I think with some encouragement we can get some more.
Well, that's what, you know, as I said, we're out there to, you know, to really give opportunity to, you know, really dipping the toes in the water and having a go, and that's what a fondo is all about. You know, it is time, but it's just about having fun.
Absolutely.
Look, we've really enjoyed, you know, having you here today.
Thank you.
And you know, as I said, we'll post a bit of information around the rides that you guys do, and wish you all the best on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming along.
Let's ride.